Hey everyone, and welcome to a journey into the really fascinating world of clinical data management. This is the very first explainer in our new series, Mentoring Maya, and I am so thrilled to have you here with us.
My name is Mohammed Bilal, and for, over 2 decades now, I've been navigating the ins and outs of clinical data. So in this series, I'm going to be your guide, sharing all the practical wisdom I've picked up along the way.
And joining me on this journey is Maya. She's a recent public health graduate, and she's a lot like many of you, really eager to get past the textbooks and understand how this field works in the real world.
You know, we created this whole series to bridge a really critical gap I've seen over and over again in my career. The gap between what you learn in school and what you actually do on the job. It's a tough one for a lot of newcomers to cross.
And our mentee, Maya, she just hit the nail on the head. The textbooks give you the theory, sure, but like she said, trying to figure out how it all connects in a real clinical trial, it feels like you're trying to solve a completely different puzzle. Well, that's the puzzle we're here to solve together.
And since we're throwing around the term clinical trial, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. The official definition is a research investigation involving human subjects to evaluate a medical intervention. This is the world we live and breathe in.
So our goal here is pretty simple. We want to demystify all that complexity. We're going to share the practical stuff, the how-to, and just as important, the why it matters that you just don't get in a formal training class. We're going to make the complex feel, well, approachable.
So, where are we heading? This roadmap right here shows our path. We're going to kick things off with the fundamentals, then walk through the entire process lifecycle, dig into quality control, and go all the way to what it takes to finalize the study.
And believe me, we are getting into the details. We're going to explore everything from designing the tools to collect data and building the databases, all the way to the critical steps of data cleaning and validation. We'll even get into specialized things like medical coding and database lock procedures. Okay, I know that probably sounds like a lot, and you're right, it is, but don't worry. We're going to take this one step at a time, breaking every topic down into a manageable session. Think of it like building a solid foundation, just one brick at a time. And this right here, gets to the absolute heart of why our work is so incredibly important. This field isn't just about checking boxes or following a process. Every single piece of data we touch, every check we perform, it directly contributes to how reliable, how trustworthy a clinical trial's results are.
And that real-world impact is just immense. Those results, that reliable data, it ultimately affects patient safety. It determines whether new life-saving treatments can become available to the people who need them. What we do really has a profound and meaningful impact.
I want to leave you with this one thought. Starting out in this field can feel, well, intimidating. There's a lot of jargon, a lot of complexity. But just remember this, every expert was once a beginner. Consistent learning, that's the key to it all. My hope, really, is to equip you with both the foundational knowledge and the practical mindset you're going to need to thrive. I want you to think of me as your personal guide through this journey into clinical data management. So, for everyone joining us, whether you're a student, a recent grad like Maya, or maybe you're just curious about this vital field, we're inviting you to follow along. Each explainer is going to build on the last one. So what do you say? Are you ready to build your foundation? Awesome. Next time on Mentoring Maya, we'll take our first big step together. We're going to dive deep into defining what clinical data management truly is and explore exactly why it's so critical to the success of every single clinical trial.
Thanks so much for joining us for our first explainer. I am really looking forward to seeing you next time.